Welcome back to Mythic Sleep. I'm young Homer, here to guide you through another chapter of the rise and fall of Zeus. Tonight, we continue Series 4, Love, Lust, and Women Drama with Episode 31, Io's Transformation, the lover who became a cow. In this tale, we witness Zeus's love for the beautiful mortal Io and the tragic consequences of Hera's jealousy. To protect Io from Hera's wrath, Zeus transforms her into a gentle cow, but this act of protection becomes a curse as Io embarks on a long journey across lands, pursued by Hera's watchful gaze. As we enter this story of love, sacrifice, and endurance, allow yourself to settle deeply into the warmth of your bed, feeling safe, grounded, and fully supported. Close your eyes if you like, and take a slow, deep breath in, feeling calm spread through your body. And as you exhale, release any remaining tension, letting your body grow heavy, sinking further into stillness. This is your time to relax, to unwind, and to simply be. Let's begin by focusing on the soft rhythm of your breath. Each inhale and exhale flowing like a gentle river through a quiet meadow. Now, take a slightly deeper breath in, letting it fill you fully, and hold it softly for a moment. Then, as you exhale, imagine any tightness dissolving, leaving only warmth and ease. One more time. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, feel yourself drifting further into peace and relaxation. Now, let's guide each part of the body to soften, releasing any tension with each breath. Start with your forehead, allowing it to soften completely as you exhale. Move to your jaw, letting it rest, releasing any tightness. Now, bring awareness to your shoulders. Inhale gently, then let them drop with your exhale, as if they are settling softly onto a bed of grass. Allow your arms and hands to grow heavy, resting peacefully by your sides. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest and belly, inhaling as your belly rises, and on the exhale, letting any last bits of tension simply melt away. Shift to your hips and thighs, feeling them sink deeper into the bed, fully supported and at ease. And finally, bring your focus to your calves, feet, and toes, letting them release completely, grounded and serene. Now, imagine yourself on a vast open plain under a soft, starlit sky. In the distance, a graceful cow wanders, her eyes filled with sadness and strength. She is Io, transformed and cursed, yet resilient, moving quietly across the land, guided by the soft light of the stars. With each breath, feel yourself connected to the calm stillness of the night, as though you too are part of this journey under the quiet watch of the heavens. Inhale deeply, letting the peaceful energy of the scene fill you, and exhale, feeling calm, grounded, and completely at ease. With your body relaxed and your mind open, allow the story to guide you into this ancient tale of love, endurance, and quiet strength. Take one last deep breath in and let it out softly. Now, let us begin. Among the mortals who had caught Zeus's eye, few were as captivating as Io, a priestess of Hera's own temple. Io was known for her purity, dedication, and beauty. Her devotion to the goddess had won her the admiration of her people, and her presence in Hera's temple was a symbol of both loyalty and reverence. Yet, despite the sanctity of her position, Io had drawn the attention of Zeus himself, who became enamored with her gentle spirit and serene beauty. For Zeus, the priestess represented a rare kind of allure, one born not from ambition or status, but from a quiet strength that emanated from her very soul. Despite the risk, he felt compelled to approach her, to win her affection. He knew, however, that he had to act with caution, for any misstep would invoke Hera's jealousy, especially given Io's role as a priestess in Hera's temple. Determined to keep their encounter hidden from his wife, Zeus waited for a misty morning to descend over the land, shrouding the temple in fog. Under the cover of this mist, he approached Io, whispering words of comfort and affection, assuring her that his intentions were sincere and that her purity and devotion only made him admire her more. Awed by the presence of the god, Io felt a mix of fear and fascination, her heart torn between her devotion to Hera and the impossible bond forming between her and Zeus. Though hesitant, Io found herself drawn to Zeus's gentle words and his divine charm. She could not fully understand her own feelings, yet she knew her life was changing in ways she could not control. Their meeting was brief, yet profound, as they shared a bond that transcended her mortal understanding, a union that would inevitably provoke Hera's fury. As rumors reached Hera's ears about Zeus's visits to her temple and his interest in Io, her suspicions grew. Hera's jealousy was legendary, and the thought of her husband pursuing one of her own priestesses filled her with anger. She watched Zeus closely, her gaze keen, waiting for any sign that would confirm her fears. And when she finally caught sight of her husband lingering near Io, her heart burned with the familiar sting of betrayal. Knowing that Zeus might attempt to protect Io, Hera devised a plan that would prevent her husband from concealing his lover. Appearing before Zeus with a calm yet menacing presence, Hera demanded to know the truth. Zeus, aware of her suspicion, quickly transformed Io into a sleek white cow in a desperate attempt to disguise her and avoid Hera's wrath. But Hera was not deceived. Seeing through Zeus's ruse, she feigned innocence, asking him to present the cow as a gift, a request that Zeus, unable to refuse, reluctantly granted. With Io now under her control, Hera had effectively outmaneuvered Zeus, turning the mortal woman's life into a living nightmare. She ordered the 100-eyed giant Argus, known for his unceasing vigilance, to guard Io day and night, ensuring that Zeus could not interfere. Trapped in the form of a cow, Io's life became one of isolation and sorrow. Stripped of her voice, her freedom, and her identity, she wandered the lands under Argus's watchful eyes, her once peaceful existence replaced by endless confinement. Unable to explain her suffering to those she encountered, she was reduced to a mere creature in their eyes, a being who bore no resemblance to the woman she had once been. Argus, with his 100 eyes that never fully closed, was an ever-present reminder of Hera's control. He led Io from pasture to pasture, never allowing her the chance to rest or find solace. The weight of her transformation pressed upon her, her spirit battered by the indignity of her new form and the hopelessness of her captivity. Though she longed for her former life, Io's days and nights became a blur of grazing fields and restless wandering under Argus's vigilant gaze. Seeing Io's suffering, Zeus's heart was filled with regret and determination. He knew that he could not allow Hera's punishment to continue unchecked, yet he understood the risks of directly defying her. Instead, he called upon Hermes, the clever and quick-witted messenger of the gods, entrusting him with a mission to free Io from Argus's relentless watch. Hermes, known for his cunning, devised a plan to lull Argus into a deep sleep. Disguising himself as a humble shepherd, he approached Argus with a soothing melody, weaving stories and songs that gradually lulled the giant's many eyes to close one by one. As the final eye shut, Hermes seized his opportunity and struck, ending Argus's watch over Io and freeing her from Hera's relentless gaze. Yet, even with Argus defeated, Io's suffering was far from over. Hera, upon discovering the death of her loyal guardian, was enraged and sought a new way to punish Io. Determined to prolong her suffering, Hera sent a gadfly, a relentless stinging insect, to pursue Io, driving her to wander endlessly across foreign lands, tormented by the unceasing pain of the gadfly's sting. Io's journey became a tragic odyssey, a tale of wandering and sorrow that stretched across seas and continents. Driven by the gadfly, she roamed through Greece, across the Bosporus, which would later be named in her honor, and into the distant lands of Egypt. The relentless sting of the gadfly was a constant reminder of Hera's anger, forcing Io to flee, never finding rest or peace. Though she passed through lands where people marveled at the sight of the white cow, none could understand the suffering that lay beneath her form. Alone and unable to communicate, Io's journey became one of survival, her spirit tested by the endless pursuit and the loneliness that accompanied it. The lands she crossed would remember her presence, naming rivers and landmarks in her honor. a testament to her resilience and endurance. As Io wandered, she encountered Prometheus, the Titan bound to the Caucasus Mountains as punishment for giving fire to humanity. In her cow form, she approached the chained Titan, who recognized her plight and took pity on her. He shared with her a prophecy, offering a glimmer of hope amidst her suffering. "Io," Prometheus spoke gently, his voice filled with sympathy and wisdom. "Your journey will not be without end. Though you suffer now, you will one day reach the land of Egypt, where Zeus will restore you to your human form. And from your lineage will come a hero, a descendant who will free me from my own chains and bring honor to your name." Prometheus's words brought Io a sense of comfort, a promise that her suffering would eventually lead to redemption. She continued her journey with newfound resilience, enduring the gadfly's torment and the endless miles that lay before her. Though her path remained fraught with hardship, Io held tightly to the prophecy, hoping that her trials would not be in vain. After many years of wandering, Io finally reached the land of Egypt. As foretold by Prometheus, Zeus intervened, bringing an end to her suffering and restoring her to her human form. Overcome with relief and gratitude, Io stood once more on 2 feet, her ordeal finally at an end. In Egypt, she was revered as a figure of endurance and grace, her story told and retold as a symbol of resilience in the face of divine wrath. Zeus, moved by Io's unwavering spirit, blessed her and assured her that her lineage would bring forth heroes and leaders, fulfilling Prometheus's prophecy. Her suffering had not been without purpose, for from her descendants would come a legacy that would influence both mortal and divine realms. Io's story spread far and wide, becoming a legend among mortals and a reminder among the gods of the consequences of divine jealousy. Her journey, marked by suffering yet guided by resilience, became an enduring tale of transformation and redemption. In Egypt, Io was revered as a goddess, her tale honored and remembered as one of bravery and strength. For Hera, however, Io's restoration was a bitter reminder of Zeus's defiance and the lengths he would go to protect those he loved. Though Io had escaped her wrath, Hera's jealousy would continue to influence her actions, driving her to guard her place as queen and to punish those who drew Zeus's affections. Zeus, though regretful for Io's suffering, could not deny his nature. He understood that his desires would continue to bring challenges and that each union, each mortal he loved, would weave yet another thread into the complex tapestry of fate that bound mortals and gods alike. But the allure of mortal love would continue to pull at Zeus's heart. Join us in the next episode as we follow the story of Semele, a mortal princess whose desire to see Zeus's true form will lead to both tragedy and the birth of a god. Witness the origins of Dionysus, the god of wine and revelry, whose life will forever bear the mark of divine passion and mortal loss. Until we meet again, may your path be filled with peace, strength, and a touch of magic. I'm young Homer, and I look forward to our next story together.